Hi guys, welcome to the new episode of Travel Crazy Couple, wherein we take you on a tour of Croatia and Slovenia. Zagreb is the capital of Croatia. We reached Zagreb in the afternoon, and in the evening we went on the tour of the Mirogoj City Cemetery. The Mirogoj City Cemetery in Zagreb is a cemetery park considered to be a noteworthy landmark in the city of Zagreb. The Mirogoj Cemetery was built in 1872, but the construction of the arcades, the cupolas, and the church in the entryway started in 1879. Due to lack of funds, work finished only in 1929. And unlike the older cemeteries, which were owned by the church, Mirogoj Cemetery was owned by the city and accepted burials from all religious backgrounds. Some famous personalities from Croatia have been buried here after their death. In the morning, we visited the old part of Zagreb, the upper town. The upper town is a charming center that is both vibrant and historic. The charming upper town spills onto St. Mark's Square with its original Romanesque buildings and colorful St. Mark's Church. The upper town also has lots of interesting areas such as the Dolak Market, the Museum of Broken Relationships, the Stone Gate, and the Cathedral, that is Capitol. The upper town is exciting and calm at the same time. The upper town also has many beautiful, lush green gardens, and these gardens were really pleasing to the eye. In the afternoon, we reached a magnificently beautiful lake, the Lake Bled in Slovenia. Lake Bled is a lake in the Julian Alps of northwestern Slovenia, where it adjoins the town of Bled. It was a really beautiful and serene lake. The lake is of mixed glacial and tectonic origin, and it is a small island. The lake is surrounded by alpine mountains and forests. There's a beautiful castle called the Bled Castle, which stands above the lake on the north shore. And this castle is a popular tourist destination. Lush greenery, quaint lakeside cafes, and the distant Julian Alps complete the idyllic scene along with the crystal clear turquoise waters of Lake Bled. We had a leisurely walk in the morning in Lake Bled area in Slovenia, and the scenes and the scenery was really beautiful to look at. In the afternoon, on our way to Lake Bohin, we tasted the local Slovenian cream cake, and it was really delicious. We then visited the stunning Lake Bohin. It is the largest permanent lake in Slovenia and is located within the Bohin Valley of the Julian Alps and is part of the Triglav National Park. Just near the lake, we visited the Church of Saint John the Baptist in Bohin. The picturesque Church of Saint John the Baptist stands on a hill by Lake Bohin, and together with the stone bridge is one of the greatest attractions of Bohin. This church was built before 1300 and is a protected monument. The church is notable for its stunning frescoes, which dates back to the 13th century. Approximately 72 different saints and other motifs are painted. Another special feature of the church is the Baroque bell tower, which was added to the church in the 18th century. Lake Bohin is a glacial lake with crystal clear turquoise waters, and it is a very popular tourist spot. In the evening, we had the local Slovenian cuisine for dinner. Ljubljana is the capital and the largest city of Slovenia, located along the route between the northern Adriatic Sea and the Danube region. We could enjoy the charm of this car free university town on our walking tour. We walked through the old town with its two medieval squares connected by narrow lanes. The center square in Ljubljana is the Preserance Square, named after Slovenia's greatest poet. Ljubljana is also famous for its extraordinary triple bridge, especially the Dragon Bridge, which links the medieval heart of the city with its modern side. We then visited the Postojna cave in Slovenia. Postojna cave in Slovenia is a 24.34 kilometer long cave system in southwestern Slovenia. About 5.3 kilometers of the cave system are open for the tourists. Of this, 3.5 kilometer is traversed by the train and the remaining 1.5 kilometer is navigated on foot. It was a stunning experience to travel by train inside the cave for 3.5 kilometers. At some places, the roof of the caves was so low that we had to duck our heads. In 1819, Archduke Ferdinand visited the caves, and this is when the caves became officially known as a tourist destination. Electric lighting was added in the caves in 1884. In 1872, cave rails were laid along with the first cave train for tourists. At first, these cave rails were pushed along by the guides themselves, but later, at the beginning of the 20th century, a gas locomotive was introduced. After 1945, the gas locomotive was replaced by an electric one. Postojna cave was carved by the Pivka River over millions of years. There are brilliant stalagmites, stalactites, and natural formations called curtains or draperies that look like folded curtains. It was an out of the world experience to be inside these magnificent caves, and we were simply amazed and awestruck to see the millions of years old natural formations of stalagmites, stalactites in various shapes, forms, and sizes. After finishing our walking tour in the caves, we returned back by cave train to the exit, and it was a surreal experience. After finishing our excursion to the brilliant Postojna caves, we drove down to Opatia. Opatia is a beautiful coastal town on the Adriatic Sea in Croatia. This coastal town is dotted with Habsburg era villas. There are gorgeous beaches, picturesque parks, majestic mansions, and historic monuments in Opatia. The Lungo Mare, a seaside promenade, is a highlight with its stunning views of the coast on one side and grand mansions on the other. In the morning, we traveled to a beautiful city, Pula, in Istria County, Croatia. Pula is the seventh largest city in Croatia. It is known for its many ancient Roman buildings, the most famous of which is the Pula Arena, one of the best preserved Roman amphitheaters from the first century. The Pula Arena is one of the best preserved amphitheaters from antiquity and is still used during summer film festivals. This is the sixth largest surviving Roman arenas in the world. This amphitheater was built at the same time the Colosseum was constructed. This amphitheater in Pula was almost a replica of the Colosseum in Rome. After an amazing experience of witnessing the Pula Arena, we traveled to the fishing port of Rovinj. Rovinj is a beautiful Croatian fishing port on the west coast of the Istrian Peninsula. The old town stands on a headland with houses tightly crowded down to the seafront. We then walked on a tangle of cobbled steps which led us to the hilltop church of Saint Euphemia. The view of the Adriatic Sea from the hilltop was stunning and really beautiful to look at with its turquoise blue waters. The Church of Saint Euphemia is a Baroque church located on a hilltop in the heart of the historic part of Rovinj, Croatia. This church was built from 1725 to 1736 over the remains of older early Christian structures. The bell tower resembles the tower of St. Mark's Basilica in Venice. On top of this 60-meter high tower stands the statue of Saint Euphemia. The church contains several treasures and beautiful works of art. Gothic statues from the 15th century and beautiful paintings from the 16th and 17th centuries are a must see attraction in this church. We could appreciate the magnificence of the Adriatic Sea and its beauty from the hilltop in the St. Euphemia Church area. We hope you enjoyed watching this video, and please stay tuned for the next part of our Croatia tour, and hope to see you soon on our next episode of Travel Crazy Couple.